The National Assembly begins its maiden regular session under the Moon Jae-in administration. A number of key bills will need to be settled, but it's a tough road ahead for the ruling party as it lacks a majority in parliament. Kim Min-ji starts things off from the domestic political arena.
The National Assembly on Friday kicked off its first regular session since the start of the Moon Jae-in administration. Heated debates are expected between rival parties as a number of key bills, including the government's budget focused on boosting welfare, are waiting to be deliberated during the 100-day session.
Because this is the first regular session under the new government, I ask for a National Assembly unlike the ones we've seen in the past, a government like we haven't seen before, and for lawmakers to live up to the expectations of the people, who want a new Republic of Korea. As Speaker, I strongly urge the Assembly to work with determination to pass all the pending bills over the next 100 days.
Leaders of the four major parties will each give a speech next week, which will be followed by a parliamentary interpellation session and an audit of government agencies. The ruling Democratic Party of Korea also hopes to take the opportunity to look into irregularities and corruption under the previous administration, as well as push ahead with its reform drive. It also needs the swift passage of bills necessary for the government to carry out its 100 policy tasks, which include more welfare support and improving job market conditions. The ruling party has urged the opposition to take up the bills that they also campaigned on and not to object for the sake of objection. But cooperation isn't going to come easily, as the opposition have vowed to take a more active role in keeping the ruling bloc in check. They are set to question how the government plans to pay for all the new public sector jobs it wants to create, as well as welfare policies that come with a hefty price tag. The opposition parties have also criticized the suspension of the construction of new nuclear plants and called for an audit into whether the government's decision was appropriate. As no party holds a majority in the 299-seat parliament, it's still an open question whether the political landscape will be an impediment to President Moon's policy agenda. So despite being at loggerheads over many issues, the ruling party needs the opposition on the same page. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.